President Trump prepares to address the 73rd session of the United Nations General Assembly on September 25, 2018 in New York City. Photo by John Moore, Getty Images. He has always been obsessed that people are laughing at the president. For the mid-80s, he said, "The world is laughing at us. They think we're fools," said Thomas Wright, a Europe analyst at the Brookings Institution. "It's never been true, but he said it about every president. It's the first time I'm aware that people actually laughed at a president. I think it is going to drive him absolutely crazy. It will play to every insecurity he has." For Trump, the moment wasn't just embarrassing. It also punctured one of the core fabulous assertions of a president who has, according to Washington Post fact-checkers, made more than 5,000 false or misleading statements since taking office. In doing so, the president typically has claimed sweeping success and placed himself favorably in historical comparison to the nation's greatest leaders. At a rally in Springfield, Missouri, last week, Trump was wrapping up an hour-long address to supporters with some flowery teleprompter prose about the courage of America's founders when he strayed from the script to assert that his election in 2016 was the greatest movement in the history of our country. At the United Nations, Trump's claimed to have done more in less than 2 years than most of the 44 previous administrations defied any bounds of reality or hubris. The difference was that he was not talking to a room full of excited, red hat-wearing, MAGA supporters who'd cheer him on. On one hand, you feel, "Oh God, how awful that the American president is being laughed at on the world stage," said Julie Smith, who served as Deputy National Security Advisor to Vice President Joe Biden. "There was a moment I thought to myself, this is good that the president is being exposed to how the rest of the world sees him." Though the world leaders' laughter at the United Nations was spontaneous, there might have been a bit of extra feeling behind it among some of the delegates in the room. TV cameras caught German diplomats chuckling, perhaps a form of release after relations between Trump and Chancellor Angela Merkel got off to a bad start and have continued to devolve. Merkel then rebutted parts of his remarks in her own speech. On social media, Trump's critics quickly mocked him on Tuesday. "American presidents used to set the global agenda at the UNGA. Now Trump gets laughed at," tweeted Ben Rhodes, who was a top national security aide to President Barack Obama, helped craft UN speeches. "The world just laughed at real Donald Trump," comedian Wanda Sykes tweeted. Referring to the famed theater in Harlem in which the audience boos and heckles bad performers are off stage, she added, "Stay tuned, they might go full Showtime at the Apollo on him." By the afternoon, Trump was projecting an air of nonchalance, telling reporters that his boast in the speech was meant to get some laughter, but most observers weren't buying it from a president who seldom laughs at himself and whose default expression is an unsparing glare. "It's got to hurt," said Wright, the Brookings Institution analyst. "It was on camera and it was spontaneous. It was on one of the biggest stages in the world.